snow. It's still their march is never gone. It echoes on and carries on. Through every war, through every land, they rise again at fate's command. A truth we always know. Now lost beneath the earth, yet still they walk in second birth. The fallen kings return to fight within the shadow of the night. No grey can hold their iron will, no silence ever makes them still. They rise with endless words. Begins with heavy tread, a line of kings among the dead. Their eyes still burn with ancient flame, though none remember now their name. They carry on the endless war, a force that none can ever ignore. Where all are left, the battlefield becomes their throne, a kingdom carved from flesh and bone. The fallen kings reclaim their right to stand again within the fight. No crown is needed for their claim, their power lies within the flame that they have always known. Resounds with ancient might, a war reborn in endless night. The fallen kings will never fade, their legacy will not be swayed. Through every age, through every land, they rise again to make a stand, to claim the endless fight. The silence falls, yet still they walk, through whispered wind, through distant talk. The fallen kings remain alive, within the will to still survive. No time can break what they became, a force beyond both death and name, that none can ever blind. So hear the march when night is still, it carries on through iron will. The fallen kings will always rise beneath the cold and distant skies. Through endless war, through endless flame, they march again without a name, a truth that none can kill. with roaring flame, a storm that calls each warrior's name. The thunder cracks across the night, a signal for the endless fight. We raise our eyes, we feel the call, a voice that echoes over all. No man remains the same. The lightning splits the world in two, revealing all we ever knew. The path of war, the blood, the steel, the truth no mortal can conceal. The thunder drives us ever on from dusk until the breaking dawn, through battles old and new. The clash erupts beneath the sky, where only the real endless try. The thunder rolls with every blow, a rhythm only warriors know. Each strike aligns with heaven's cry, a bond between the earth and sky, where countless souls will die. The storm descends upon the field, no shield remains, no man can yield. The thunder speaks through iron hands, a force no power withstands. The sky itself begins to break, the ground beneath begins to shake, as faith is now revealed. Through fire and storm we stand as one, until the final breath is done. The thunder fades, the silence comes, a distant echo of the drums. The sky grows still, the night is calm, but still we feel the storm's own palm. A war that's never won. The fallen rest beneath the flame, yet thunder still recalls their name. Their voices ride the storm again, beyond the reach of mortal men. The sky becomes their endless hall, where lightning answers every call, eternal in their claim. So hear the storm when night is near, its voice will always bring you here, to fields of war, to skies of fire, to feed the ancient warrior's desire. For in the thunder we remain alive, within the endless reign of force no death can clear. The final war was never fought, no end was ever truly sought. The battles live through every age, a fire no time can disengage. We walk the path that never ends, a road that always breaks and bends. A truth no peace has brought. The clap repeats through endless years, through silent screams, through hidden fears. The war remains within the soul, a force that none can control. No victory stands, no defeat stays, only the war through endless days that feeds on blood and tears. The warriors rise, the warriors fall, yet still they answer through broken hearts and bloodied hands. The war remains the only truth, a force that lives in age and youth. No man escapes its endless claim. It lives beyond both death and aim of fire. No time withstand. The silence comes, yet still it waits behind the walls, behind the gates. The war is never truly gone. It lives within the coming dawn. A cycle none can ever break, a truth no soul can ever shake, that seals all mortal fire. So rise again when called to fight, through endless dark, through endless light. For war remains what we have been, a truth that lives beneath the skin. The last war never truly ends. It breaks, returns, it bends, it sends us back into the night. The final war was never fought. No end was ever truly sought. The battles live through every age, a fire no time can disengage. We walk the path that never ends, a road that always breaks and bends, a truth no peace has brought. The clap repeats through endless years, through silent screams, through hidden fears. The war remains within the soul, a force that none can control. No victory stands, no defeat stays, only days that feeds on blood and tears. The warriors rise, the warriors fall, yet still they answer to the call. No grave can hold what they became, no silence kills the burning flame. The hearts and bloodied hands. The war remains the only truth, a force that lives in age and youth. No man escapes its endless claim. It lives beyond both death and aim of fire. No time withstand. The silence comes, yet still it waits. Behind the walls, behind the gates, the war is never truly gone. It lives within the coming dawn. A cycle none can ever break, a truth no soul can ever shake, that seals all more to fire. So rise again when called to fight, through endless dark, through endless light. For war remains what we have been, a truth that lives beneath the skin. The last war never truly ends. It breaks, returns, it bends, it sends us back into the night. Beneath the ice, the voices call, a whisper from the ancient fall. The frozen depths hold secrets old, of battles lost, of stories told. We hear them through the silent frost, the truth of all that once was lost, that still remains for all. The ice reflects a distant past, a memory that's built to last. The echoes rise through frozen ground, a sound no living ears have found. Yet still we feel their presence near, a call that fills the heart with fear. A truth too strong to pass. We walk above their silent grave, warriors once were brave.
Warriors once were brave.
The ice beneath begins to crack, as if it calls the fallen back. The echoes grow with every step, a truth no man can intercept, a force none can enslave. all within its heart. The fallen rise in memory's flame to fight again without a name. An endless frozen stream. The battle fades, the ice remains, a silent tomb of endless pain. The echoes drift into the night, yet still they burn within the fight. No death can end what they became, a force beyond both time and flame that lives within our veins. So hear the ice beneath your tread. It speaks of all the countless dead. Their voices guide us through the fight, through endless frost, through endless night. For in their echo we remain, alive within the endless pain, a truth that can't be shed. He's always shown the crown is forged in blood and flame, a mark that none can ever claim. We rise above the broken field, where only iron hearts can wield a power all our own. The crown is heavy, cold as death. It weighs upon each warrior's breath, a burden none can cast aside, a truth no man can ever hide. The war has shaped what we became, no crown without the burning flame that lives within each chest. Carve the rightful claim through endless loss, through endless pain. The war-born rise from ash and fire to claim the throne of raw desire. No lineage, no bloodline pure, only the will that can endure the endless war domain. The clash resounds with royal might, a king is forged within the fight. The crown appears in unseen form, a mark of one who faced the storm. The fallen kneel beneath his tread, a path that countless others bled to claim the endless ride. scar become the seal. For in the war the truth is found, the rightful king is battle crowned. Through endless time, through endless flame, the war-born rise again the same. Eternal in their The hammer falls, the sky ignites, a storm unleashed in blinding light. The ground will crack beneath the blow, a force no mortal dares to know. We raise our arms to meet its might, to stand within the endless fight where power rules all rights. The thunder roars with crushing sound, a wave that shakes the very ground. The hammer calls us to the war, to rise, to fight, to become more. Each strike a line with heaven's cry, a link between the earth and sky where none remain unbound. We charge beneath the raging storm, our bodies shaped in battle form. The hammer echoes in our chest, a force that never comes to rest. The lightning guides our every strike, a wrath no mortal force can strike, that none can ever deform. The clash explodes in fire and rain, the hammer sings through endless pain. No shield can hold, no wall can stand against the power in our hand. The storm consumes both weak and strong, a truth that's lived for far too long. No soul escapes the chain. The battlefield becomes a storm, a realm where chaos takes its form. The hammer falls again, again, to break the will of mortal men. The thunder drives us ever on, from darkest night to rising dawn, where war becomes the norm. The silence comes when all is done, the fading light, the setting sun. The hammer rests, yet still it calls, through distant storms and shattered walls. a force that lives beyond all time, a power none can redefine, that marks what we've become. So hear the thunder when it breaks, the sound that all creation shakes. For in that roar we find our way to endless war, to endless day. The hammer lives within the fight, a force of pure eternal might that never truly wastes.
The night is torn by distant cry, a sound that chills beneath the sky. The wolves awaken in the cold, their hunger ancient, fierce and bold. We hear the call within our veins, a force that breaks all mortal chains, where primal fury never dies. We walk with shadows at our side, no fear remains, no place to hide. The wolves move silent through the dark, each step a thread, each breath a mark. Their eyes like fire in frozen night reflect the coming savage fight, where only strength can now decide. The howl grows loud, it shakes the land, a signal none can countermand. The warriors answer with their cry, a voice that splits the frozen sky. The wolves and men become as one, the hunt has only just begun. No soul can make a final stand. Through forest deep and icy stone, we claim this world as blood and bone. The wolves run fast beside our blade, no mercy shown, no bargain made. The enemy feels the rising fear, as death itself is drawing near, a truth no life has ever known. The clash erupts with savage mind, the wolves descend into the fight. The screams are lost beneath the roar, the ancient sound of primal war. No order left, no structure stays, only the hunt in endless ways that consumes both dark and light. returns. It lives in blood, it lives, it burns. The wolves will always walk with us, in war and fire, in endless trust. Through every age, through every land, they guide the blade, they guide the hand. A truth the North forever learns.
Unleashed through ancient sins. The edge reflects 1,000 wars, a truth no mortal ever ignores. The wrath consumes both mind and soul, a fire no man can control, that burns beneath the skin. Clash erupts with brutal sound, a storm of steel that shakes the ground. Each strike is filled with endless rage, a story carved on history's page. The blade becomes a living flame, a force that none can ever tame, where all are bound. Falls beneath the might of endless wrath within the fight. No mercy lives within the hand, no soul escapes what we command. The blade obeys no mortal plea, it answers only destiny through darkest night. On the blade still sings, a sound that echoes, cuts and brings, a truth no silence can erase, a mark no time can ever replace. The wrath remains within the steel, a force that all must someday feel, as death still clings. Field is left behind, a broken world, a shattered mind. Yet still the blade will call again, to rise within the hearts of men. The wrath will never truly die, it lives beneath each battle cry, a truth defined. Silence comes, yet still it stays, a shadow through the endless days. The blade remembers every fall, and waits to answer when we call. The wrath will rise again, again, with still their march is never gone. It echoes on and carries on. Through every war, through every land, they rise again at fate's command. A truth we always know. Their crowns now lost beneath the earth, yet still they walk in second birth. The fallen kings return to fight within the shadow of the night. No grey can hold their iron will, no silence ever makes them still. They rise with endless word. The march begins with heavy tread, a line of kings among the dead. Their eyes still burn with ancient flame, though none remember now their name. They carry on the endless war, a force that none can ever ignore. Where all are left, the battlefield becomes their throne, a kingdom carved from flesh and bone. The fallen kings reclaim their right to stand again within the fight. No crown is needed for their claim, their power lies within the flame that they have always known. Resounds with ancient might, a war reborn in endless night. The fallen kings will never fade, their legacy will not be swayed. Through every age, through every land, they rise again to make a stand, to claim the endless The silence falls, yet still they walk, through whispered wind, through distant talk. The fallen kings remain alive, within the will to still survive. No time can break what they became, a force beyond both death and name, that none can ever blind. So hear the march when night is still, it carries on through iron will. The fallen kings will always rise beneath the cold and distant skies. Through endless war, through endless flame, they march again without a name, a truth that none can kill.
The frost consumes the outer skin, a fire still burns deep within. A balance
darkness none can understand. Between the ice and burning air, we walk the line of frozen flame, a force no world can ever tame, where death and life both begin. The ground is cracked with frozen fire, a realm built from raw desire. The frost cuts deep, the flames rise high, a war that lives in earth and sky. We stand within this raging storm, a force reborn in savage form that none can ever tire. The clash begins, both cold and flame, two worlds that never stay the same. The frost will bite, the fire will burn, yet still we fight, yet still we turn. Between the edge of both extremes, a place that haunts our waking dreams, a never-ending game. The enemies fall to frost and fire, consumed by rage and raw desire. The ground beneath becomes their grave, a mark no man can ever say. The frost fire claims both weak and strong, a truth that's lived for far too long. No soul can ever retire. The storm will fade, the silence near, yet still we feel both flame and fear. The frost remains within the bone, the fire lives within the throne. A dual force we can't escape, a truth no power can reshape, that calls us ever near. The warriors shaped by frost and flame are never truly quite the same. They carry both within their soul, a war that none can control. The frost fire burns eternally, a mark of harsh duality. No end, no final claim. So walk the path of burning frost, where everything is always lost. For in that fire, in that cold, the strongest warriors are told. Through endless war, through endless night, the frost fire keeps its endless fight, no matter what the cost. Around the oath is spoken deep inside. No need for voice, no need for pride. The steel reflects a silent truth, a promise carved in blood and youth, where none will turn around. lives within our hand. Only the oath we understand a fool, both sharp and blurred. The enemy falls one by one before the work is ever done. The silent oath still drives us on, from darkest night to breaking dawn. The blade obeys no mortal plea, it answers only destiny, a war that can't be undone. A shadow cast through endless days. The swords return to resting place, yet still we feel their cold embrace. The oath remains within the soul, a truth no time can make us whole, that guides us through the is lost, the silence strong, it carries us our whole life long. The oath is more than simple word, it is the truth we always heard. The steel remembers every fall and waits to answer when we call to where we still belong. Take the oath and draw the blade, embrace the path that must be made. For in the silence we become a force that beats like war, like drum. Through endless time, through endless strife, the silent oath becomes our life, a truth that will not The sky ignites with shattered flame, a storm that knows no mortal name. The wind itself begins to scream, a force beyond a simple dream. We stand beneath its crushing weight, no man escapes the hand of fate. The iron storm has came. The thunder cracks, the axes rise, the battlefield beneath us cries. Each strike a flash of blinding fire, each breath consumed by raw desire. The storm descends through flesh and bone, a power none have ever known, that tears apart the skies. The wind cuts deep into the skin, yet still the fire burns we can't control. No fear remains, no doubt survives. The iron storm within us thrives. A war we're trapped within. The clash explodes, the ground will break. Each step a path we cannot take. The storm devours all in sight and pulls us deeper into fight. The lightning guides each deadly blow. A rhythm only war can show. A truth we can't forsake. The chaos builds, the world dissolves. No answer left, no one resolves. The storm becomes the only law. A savage force we only saw in dreams of war and endless flame. Now real beneath the shattered name that nothing now absolves. The final roar, the silence falls. No echo left of distant calls. The storm is past, the field remains. A broken world of endless pains. Yet deep inside it still will grow. The iron storm we came to know still answers when it calls. So hear the storm within your chest, a force that never comes to rest. For once it wakes, it never dies. It lives beneath your battle cries. Through every war, through every fight, it burns within eternal night. A power none can test. We stand before the rising flame and swear ours without a name. No fear shall live within our chest, no weakness ever take its rest. The fire consumes all doubt and pain and leaves behind a single chain. A vow no death can tame. The flames reflect in hardened eyes, a mirror of the northern skies. The oath is carved in breath and bone, a truth that each of us has known. No turning back, no path to flee. We are what none sound that must be heard. The oath connects each warrior's soul into a single burning whole. The North itself begins to breathe through every oath we now bequeath. A power once deferred. Through war and storm we carry flame, a mark that none can ever claim. The oath remains within the blood, a constant like the endless flood. No force can break what we became, no time can wash away the flame. A truth that stays the same. The battlefield becomes our test to prove the oath within our chest. The fire ignites in every strike, a force no mortal can dislike. We fight as one, we fall as one, until the final breath is done. No man can claim he's blessed. The flames will fade, the war will end, yet still the oath will always bend. Through every age, through every land, it calls again, it makes a stand. The North will rise through fire once more, to fight again in endless war, with oath that does not end. So swear the flame, embrace the fire, let it consume the last desire. For in the oath we truly live, a force that none can ever give. Through endless time, through endless night, the burning North will always fight, eternal in its fire. Darkness falls without a sound, a heavy weight upon the ground. The blades are drawn, the breath is slow, the moment where the shadows grow. No light remains to guide the hand, only the will to make a stand, where silent death is found. We move as one within the dark, each step a shadow, each breath a mark. The enemy cannot see the blade until the final move is made. The night itself becomes our shield, a weapon none can ever wield, a force both cold and stark. strike both swift and sure, where fear and death are forming. The darkness feeds our sharpened mind, a place where only strength can bind. The blade becomes our only truth, a weapon shaped by war and youth. The night consumes both friend and foe, no soul remains, no mercy shown, a fate no man can unwind. The battle fades, the silence grows, a quiet end that no one knows. The blades are still, the hands are red, the living walk among the dead. The night returns to what it was, a void untouched by mortal cause, where endless darkness flows. Yet still the blade remembers all, each life it took, each final fall. The echoes live within the steel, a truth no warrior can conceal. The night returns within the soul, a darkness none can control, that answers every call. So walk the path where shadows lead, where silence fuels the warrior's need. For in the night the blade is king, a force that time cannot unring. Through endless dark we carve our way, until the break of final day, where only the strong will bleed. The path is carved in ice and stone, a road no man can walk alone. The cold cuts deep into the bone, a test of strength the north has known. Each step a trial, each breath a war, a journey none can ignore, where only kings will claim the throne. Peaks and endless night, we push ahead without a light. The stars above our only guide, the storm itself walks by our side. No turning back, no place to hide. We face the wind, we face the tide, and claim our faith through endless speak of those who fell, whose names are lost where shadows dwell. Yet still we walk the same cold line, to carve a faith through grand design. The path demands both blood and flame, to earn a place, to earn a name, a truth no voice can. the final step, the final stand to claim the crown with iron hand. The North has shaped what we became, a force no world can ever tame, a path that only kings will steer. The summit reached, the silence loud, we stand above the endless cloud. The world below now fades from sight, we rise beyond the mortal fight. The crown unseen yet always there, a mark no man can ever share, a destiny the strong are allowed. And when we fall from heights unknown, the path remains forever shown, for those who dare to walk the same, to face the storm, to claim the flame. The frozen path will never end, it calls again, 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 to forge new kings upon its The path is carved in ice and stone, a road no man can walk alone. The cold cuts deep into the bone, a test of strength the North has known. Each step a trial, each breath a war, a journey none can ignore, where only kings will claim the throne. Through frozen peaks and endless night, we push ahead without a light. The stars above our only guide, the storm itself walks by our side. No turning back, no place to hide. We face the wind, we face the tide, and claim our faith through endless fight. Speak of those who fell, whose names are lost where shadows dwell. Yet still we walk the same cold line, to carve a faith through grand design. The path demands both blood and flame, to earn a place, to earn a name. A truth no voice can never tell. The summit awaits beyond
warriors are reborn. The climb consumes the final breath, a dance between the life and death. Yet still we rise, yet still we climb, to stand beyond the reach of time, where kings are forged in frozen form. The wind grows still, the peak is near. No doubt remains, no trace of fear. The final step, the final stand, to claim the crown with iron hand. The North has shaped what we became, a force no world can ever tame, a path that only kings will steer. The summit reached, the silence loud, we stand above the endless cloud. The world below now fades from sight, we rise beyond the mortal fight. The crown unseen yet always there, a mark no man can ever share, a destiny the strong are allowed. And when we fall from heights unknown, the path remains forever shown, for those who dare to walk the same, to face the storm, to claim the flame. The frozen path will never end. It calls again, 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 to forge new kings upon its stone. The fire burns within the hole, the shadows dance upon the wall, the voices rise, the stories told of battles fought and hearts of gold. The meat flows deep, the laughter strong, yet war still lives within each song, a restless cold beneath it all. The warriors sit with scars displayed, each mark a vow that never fades. The tales grow wild, the night grows deep, no soul within this hall will sleep. The fire reflects in hardened eyes, 1,000 wars, 1,000 cries. No man regrets the path he made. The horns are raised, the voices roll, a sound that shakes
as echoes of the past awake and call us back to endless war. The night grows thick, the fire burns low, the silence comes, but still we know the war awaits beyond this flame. Another field, another name. The calm before the storm remains, a quiet breath before the chains that bind us to the coming blow. The doors swing wide, the cold rushes in, the call of war beneath the skin. We rise again, no word is said, the fire still burns within our head. The long howl fades behind our stride, the war once more becomes our guide. No peace exists for what we've been. The march begins, the night is cold, the fire within us still burns bold. The memory of the hall remains, a fleeting warmth within our veins. But forward still we cannot stay. The war has called, we must obey the endless path we've always told. And when we fall on distant land, the fire returns at fate's command. The long who waits beyond the veil, where none who fought will ever fade. The flames will rise, the songs will call to welcome us back to the hall, where fire forever fills the land. Where fire forever fills the land. The ice is raised, the moment still, a breath before the clash of a will. The world narrows to steel and bone, a single strike to claim the throne. The fury burns within the hand, a force no man can understand, until he feels its savage thrill. The blade descends with thunder's might, a flash of death within the fight. The end is torn by every blow, the endless rhythm of the flow. The axe becomes an extension true of all the rage we ever knew, a storm unleashed in brutal light. Each strike a story carved in pain, each fall a mark that will remain. The iron sings against the flesh, the chaos born anew afresh. No time to think, no time to breathe, only the will to strike beneath like thunder when it sings. No silence left, no peace remains, only the echo of the chains that bind us to these endless cries. Oh, 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 the final strike, the final fall, the echo fades, it ends it all. The X is still, the hand is red, the silence walks among the dead. The fury fades but leaves its scar, a memory of what we are, a truth no time can ever store. So raise the axe when war is near. Let fury drown all doubt and fear, for in its swing we come alive. In iron wrath we truly thrive. Through fire and storm, through endless fight, the axe remains our final right, a weapon forged in savage year. We stand as one, our shields aligned, the wall of will, a single mind. The enemy breaks upon our line like waves against a stone design. No fear can pass, no blade can break the oath we swore we will not shake. Our strength is forged, our fate entwined. The metal screams, the world is torn at its own seams. Our shields hold firm, our axes rise, a storm unleashed beneath the skies. Each step we take is a measured war, each breath demands we give it more. No weakness lives within our dream. The pressure builds, the line bends slow, yet still we stand, we will not go. Our brothers' voices call us near, to hold the ground, to kill the fear. The shield wallows through blood and flame, no man alone, no separate name. We fight as one against the flow. cracks appear, the chaos grows. The enemy feels our final blows. We push ahead, we break their will, a force that none can ever still. The wall becomes a living storm, a tide of war in human form. No mercy shown to those who chose. Is red beneath our feet. The air is thick with iron heat. The shield wall moves a rising tide. No space for doubt, no place to hide. We carve our path through shattered ranks. No room for mercy, none for thanks. Our victory grows with each defeat. The final cry, the moment where the weak will die. The wall explodes into attack. No turning now, no stepping back. The field is ours, the silence falls. No echo left of broken calls. Only the north beneath the sky. We stand alone where once they came, a field of loss, a field of flame. The shield wall fades but not our name. It lives in war, it lives in flame. Through every age, through every fight, the north will rise with iron might, eternal in its brutal claim. Sings above the clash, above the cries. It sees where every warrior lies. The ground is torn, the steel is red, a crown of war upon the dead. No mercy comes on shadowed wing. We charge beneath that watching sky. No thought to live, no fear to die. The axes fall with brutal grace. Each strike a mark no time can erase. The screams are lost within the roar, the endless sound of ancient war, where only the relentless try. The raven dies, the feast begins. It feeds on loss, it feeds on sins. The battlefield becomes its throne, a kingdom built of flesh and bone. We fight within its endless gaze, through blood and fire and shattered haze. No soul escapes what war has spun. The clash goes on, the night draws near. We feel no doubt, we feel no fear. The rhythm drives our final breath, a dance with iron bound to death. The raven waits for one more fall, to claim the last, to claim us all. Its shadow always lingering here. The final cry breaks through the flame. Another life, another name. The raven calls across the field, where even kings are forced to yield. No throne remains, no crown survives, only the tale the raven drives, a memory none can ever tame. The wind grows still, the fight is done. The rising smoke hides setting sun. The raven lands among the slain, a silent judge of endless pain. Its wings spread wide in quiet claim, to mark the end of brutal flame, and whisper all that war has won. So hear the wings when night is near, the sound of death forever clear. The raven song will always be a call to war eternally. Through every age, through every land, it guides the blade, it guides the hand. A shadow none will disappear. The wolves emerge from frozen night, their eyes like embers burning bright. They move as one, they move as death. Each silent step a stolen breath. We follow close, we feel their call. The primal rage inside us all, unleashed within the coming fight. The snow is red beneath their path. They carry cold, they carry wrath. Mercy found within their gaze. No fear survives their endless chase. We run beside these shadows wild. The beast awakens unbig while, consumed within their savage might. comes a screaming cry. The frozen ground begins to die, as claws and steel align as one. The final hunt has just begun. No prey escapes, no soul is spared. The world itself remains unprepared for what beneath the frost will lie. Against what flows, the rage of beasts, the rage of men, a force unleashed again. No chain can hold, no cage contain the endless surge of primal pain that only battle truly knows. The night will fall, the hunt will end, but still the echoes never bend. Soul, a hunger none can ever control. We carry now their endless cry, a savage truth that cannot die. A bond no time can ever mend, through frozen winds and endless stars. Carved in fear, a legend whispered far and near. No man returns the way he came, once touched by this untamed flame that leaves within a savage spark. The drums begin, the earth responds, a sound that breaks all mortal bonds. It shakes the soul, it wakes the beast, it calls the war, it calls the feast. No silence now, no turning back, the rhythm drives the full attack. The end begins beyond, beyond. Voices rise in ancient tone, a sound no man has ever known. It echoes deep through bone and fear, a call that all were meant to hear. No force can stop what now wakes. The world itself begins to shake as war consumes the flesh and fire still burns, the wheel of war forever turns. No end in sight, no final peace. The rhythm never finds release. The drums will sound beyond this day to guide new warriors on their way, as every soul to battle yearns. Through smoke and ash the echoes stay, a distant call that leads the way. The war is gone, but still we hear the beating pulse forever near. No death can silence what we are, no time can dim this endless scar that marks the path we chose that day. So when you hear the distant sound that shakes the sky and cracks the ground, no, we still march, we still remain within the echo of that pain. The drums of war will never fall, they rise again, they call us all. The war drums of Valhalla deep into our skin, yet fire awakens from within. No warmth is found, no mercy given. This land is harsh, this land unforgiven. We rise from snow, we rise from pain, through endless loss, through endless gain. The North itself lives deep within. Our fathers carved these paths in stone, their voices echo in our bones. No fear was known, no weakness shown. They built their strength from blood alone. We carry now that ancient flame, to honor them, to keep their name. Through storm and war, we stand our own. The rivers freeze, the skies grow black, yet still we never turn our back. The drums of war begin to call. We answer strong, we answer all. No man can break what we have made, no blade can cut what time has laid. Our fury drives the full attack. The clash begins, the ground will shake. Each step we take, the heavens break. The cries of men, the clash of steel, the only truth we ever feel. No peace exists within this land, only the strength to make a stand. narrow line of death. No turning back, no second chance. We fall within this brutal dance. Yet still we rise, yet still we fight. Through endless dark, through endless night, and face the cold, unyielding death. The storm will pass, but we remain. Through endless frost, through endless pain, the scars we bear